and welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I am inside the house and I am harvesting some herbs out of my LetPot. And this is what I am going to be using to dry some of my herbs in. I get these paper bags, and you can get these at the Dollar Tree. And they are very easy to store your herbs in and get them to dry for you. But the only one I'm going to be drying right now in the paper bag is my marshmallow. My marshmallow root that I harvested yesterday. I have washed them and dried them really good, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put them into my paper bag since they have already started to dry, because you don't want to put your moist or wet herbs into a paper bag, because that way you can get the mold. I'm going to write the name on here so I won't forget. And it is my marshmallow root. And someone asked me about the marshmallow root. And first marshmallow plant that I grew, and it was the one that I dug out of the yard the other day, it was started in the winter sow method. And what I did was just put it out in the elements, and it germinated in one of my milk jugs. And then I planted it into that raised bed that it is growing in. But the ones I recently did, cold stratified it, and I only kept it in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks. And then I decided to go ahead, take it out when I started planting my herbs out. And I took it out of the refrigerator and I just sowed it on top of the soil because it needs light to germinate. And they have started to germinate. I have one plant that has germinated, and I am going to be up-potting it probably. I'll probably up-pot it in a couple of days, and I'll probably do a video when I up-pot it and up-pot some more herbs, because I have a lot of herbs that are needing to be up-potted. But as I told you, I am running out of space. But this is the marshmallow root. And so this one is ready to start drying in my bag, because as I said, don't do them when they are wet or moist. Make sure that they have started to dry out, and then put them into your bag. So like if you're outside and you're harvesting them, then it'll be okay as long as it has not rained and your herbs are wet. And once you wash them, you need to let them sit and dry. And what I'm going to do to these, and I have just taken these out of my LetPot. For anyone who does not know what the LetPot is, it is a hydroponic growing system. And this is where I have had these plants, and this is my Valerian. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest this Valerian, and I'm not going to just pull the leaves off of the Valerian and take up a lot of time doing that. I have a paper plate over here, and I have some paper towels. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut the top off of this Valerian plant, leaves and stems. Going to put them on this paper plate, and this way it will absorb some of this water that is still on it, because as I said, I just took them out of the hydroponic system, and I went ahead and I rinsed them off so that there would be nothing on them. And the only thing that most of the plants, and I'm going to leave a little bit for photosynthesis, but the main thing is you want to make sure that your plants are dry. And so that is why I'm putting it on top of this paper towel. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to write what it is, because even though you might think that you would remember that this is Valerian, it might look a lot like some of your other plants. And so I'm just going to write it on the paper plate. This is a foam plate. I'm just writing the name Valerian on here, and I'm going to sit it in here for right now. I'm going to take it and put it in front of the fan that I have blowing on my grow station, and that way it will remove any excess water that is on the plant, because I did rinse these plants. Now, the next thing that I'm going to need to do is to replant this, and you all see all these roots that are on here. So I can't replant them with all of these roots because of the fact that I cannot get this off of this I'm not going to be able to get this off of this. In one of my videos, I did go ahead and plant these roots with the plant. I just left these roots on. But in this case, I'm not going to be able to leave these roots. I'm going to have to remove some of these roots. And y'all see how these roots grow in that hydroponic system? Roots, I mean, they love that water system. They love that. And so I am going to need to remove this off, because I need this. I do need this I may have to plant this one with these roots on here, because of that. If I extract this all the way off of here, I think I am going to ruin these roots and therefore destroy my plant. So I'm gonna work with it just a little bit to see if I can loosen these roots from around. That's my phone. See if I can take them from around here. And y'all, I know that there is probably a way, and you probably could figure out a way that is more easy to do this than what I'm doing. But if you figure it out, then please share with the rest of us so that we can know a way to get these plants off. Now, it's probably, I don't think it's a good idea to plant it with this plastic on here. I just don't think that is just the way it needs to be done. I think that you need to figure out how to get that off. And I think that it'll be better on your plant to remove this. But if you cannot remove it, then you have no other choice. So that is the question is this meant to just stay like this forever? Because I don't know. But I'm seeing that it is very hard to remove. But this plant has grown so productively. I think that LetPot is a great way to start seeds, especially seeds that you have a hard time getting to germinate, because I had no problem getting these herbs to germinate in my LetPot. They just came right up, and I mean, it did not take a long time. So if you are having problems with some herbs, then I recommend getting a LetPot to grow your seedlings in. But you all, I cannot get this out, and I do not want to destroy this valerian plant. Now, I have some other plants that I do that I know I can get removed really easily. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write Valerian on here, because, as I said, I have some other plants that look a lot like this. I do not want to get these plants confused. So I'm going to show you one that I should not have any problem with. Now, this one is my basil. And you all look at this basil. Look at this basil. And what I plan to do with this basil, I don't think I'm going to dry this. I think I'm going to take this basil and put it into the refrigerator. And we're going to use this to I'm going to make some caprese salad. And I love caprese salad, so I'm going to need a lot of that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just kind of cut this plant up. I could remove all of these, but I don't want this plant to remain this size, because this plant is pretty big. It's been taking up a lot of space on my growth in my LetPot, and so I want to try to take it down a little bit. And you see it's still a nice sized plant. So I'm going to take some more off, and I'm going to take this piece, and this is what I'm going to leave on this plant. And you see, there's no way I'm going to be able to get all of this off. Now, I won't get this basil confused, because, y'all, this basil is smelling so good. I dropped a piece. It is smelling so good right now. And y'all know I already been eating it. I've been sitting here eating it. And, yeah, it's delicious. And so we'll be having some caprese salad. And this is going to... It's a monster to remove, so I'm not going to even try to take this off. I'm not going to try to get this out. I know that's not going to happen, but I will remove some of the roots. And I removed some of the roots just to get it out of the LetPot. So I will remove some of these roots, and I am going to plant these, though. I'm not putting these into the LetPot. I'm not putting them back in. That's why if I were putting them back in the LetPot, I don't know, y'all. I'm mixed emotions about this, because I am wondering, like, now since I removed some of these roots, I could easily get this back into my LetPot. I can plant it, but I'm wondering, is it going to do as well in the soil as it is? Now, I have taken some out and taken them out and planted. I took some borage, and I took the borage out and I planted the borage outside. And the borage did well. The borage did really well, and I left it outside throughout this winter, so I don't know how it's looking now. I'm sure that it's not looking like it was looking, but I don't know. I think it might come back. But this is what I'm going to leave, and I am thinking about actually putting it back into the LetPot. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but some of these big pieces like this just saying to me that they want to go into the caprese salad, so go ahead and take them off, since they just swinging around like, yeah, they want to go into their caprese. So this is the second one, and I don't have to worry about labeling it, because I know that this is basil. Okay, the next one that I have is one, and as I told you all before, y'all, this is echinacea. This is the first time I've ever gotten echinacea to germinate, and I am so happy with it. And y'all, this one, I can remove it. So I can take this one out, and I can get a chance to plant this out into my garden. And I am so excited about that. But it looks like I am going to have to plant it with this sponge on. I could remove, I don't know. It looks like I may be able to even remove the sponge. The sponge is coming off, y'all. Look, the sponge is coming off. I don't want to hurt my plant, but the sponge is coming off. So I am going to just take a pot. All of it might not come off, but some of it did come off. I wonder if there is some of my roots, a lot of my roots that I need. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can take the bottom part off without removing a lot of my roots. Okay, looks like I have 2 plants. Okay, it was a little scary at first, but this is 2 plants. I have 2 echinacea plants, so obviously I dropped 2 seeds in here for the echinacea. So I am going to plant these 2 echinaceas in a pot. I'm going to use these little biodegradable pots to pot this echinacea in. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove some of these roots. I'm not going to put all of these roots. I'm just going to remove just a little bit. So make me a little well in here. Get it where you all can see it. Make me a little well in here and just drop my echinacea into this soil. I'll water it in later. So I got the soil right down here beneath me. And so now, just take a little bit off of these roots. Make a hole in here, and I'm gonna drop, there's a lot of roots to put into this cup. This is definitely gonna have to be a, wait a minute, I don't have to even put it in that pot. I have a larger pot right here, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put it into this pot. Now, that's better. You need a pot to, you know, you don't have to be worried about the next day you have to take it out of this pot. I need something that's going to work for me and save me some steps. Save me some time, y'all, because you know it's so much. Y'all, I got so many plants in here. I have so many plants. I am happy. I am loving all these plants. But y'all, it took me probably 2 hours, it seemed like this morning, to water all my plants. And I don't know, I guess because I had to water some of them. I just was putting water on some And then some I had to fertilize because I don't fertilize my new seedlings. I wait till those seedlings get some true leaves on them. Those first leaves that come out are not the true leaves. You don't want to fertilize until you get those true leaves. And so that is why I had to be careful making sure I got all the new plants just watered and then got my ones that had true leaves fertilized. Okay, but the good thing about removing that is that I was able to get one of these. And see, I'm going to need these. I do have some more of the sponges. I ordered some more sponges to put in here. Y'all, that one seems like it went, let me see, is they supposed to go that far? Oh yeah, it has not been wet. So once it gets wet, it'll be more like this. So I do have some more sponges, I know, but I can't remember if I have some more of these. So this one is one that I had planted a seed in it and it did not germinate. And y'all, this was the Stevia. I am having so much trouble with Stevia. So if anyone germinates some Stevia, y'all, if you germinated Stevia, y'all, let me know what you did, because so far I have not been able to germinate Stevia. And I really want that Stevia. I really do. I want it really bad. So I'm going to try this year. I'm going to keep trying this year. We're not stopping. We're going to try. I'm going to keep trying. So now I do have two. I got two of these. And so these are what I'm going to use. I'm going to need these to plant some more stuff in my LetPot. I got my LetPot cleaned out, got it ready, except for having enough of these. So at least we have two that we can plant up today. I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet, because I did bring some orange seeds that I had took out of an orange that I ate. Because y'all, sometimes you can't find seeds. You can't find fruit that has seeds in it, like oranges, lemons. A lot of times those oranges and lemons that we're buying now do not have seeds in them. So I was so happy that I had an orange that actually had some seeds. It was only one orange in the whole bag that had seeds in it. I know because I ate most of those oranges. I probably ate all of them, but because I love oranges, and that's one of my favorite snacks are oranges. And so there was one orange in that bag with seeds in it. So I did save those seeds, and I said that is what I'm going to put into one of these, are those orange seeds, so that we can get us some orange tree seedlings. Probably be, I don't know what kind of orange it's going to be, but whatever kind it be, we're going to plan on trying to grow it and graft it onto another tree. Find out how to do it, because I'm not really sure how that goes yet, but I plan to start trying to do it. So I have some more plants right here. And this is the toothache plant. So as you all know, the toothache plant, both can be used, but mainly it is the flowers that what is mostly used for medicinal purposes are the flowers. So I'm going to harvest the flowers and the stems, because both can be used. So I got you can see those flowers. And y'all, have y'all ever tried this? Have y'all ever used the toothache plant? So that is the herb of the day, the toothache plant, because I'm finna do something that I probably should not do, but I'm going to do it, because I want to see if I can continue this video after chewing on this toothache plant. I don't have a toothache, but I just wanted to do it, because earlier I did chew on one of the leaves, and I have chewed on one of these before, but I just wanted you all to see how it works. And just because it's a toothache plant, and here it goes. Okay, so I did the toothache. I took the toothache plant, chewed it up, spit it out. And it has began to numb my tongue and my jaw, beginning to feel numb. And let me think of what could I compare it to. I really don't know anything that I can compare that to. I really don't. I can't think of anything I can compare it to. As I said, I don't have a toothache, but it is medicinal herb. So you do your research on any of your herbs and how to use them. But I just wanted to let you know that it does produce a numbing effect. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not a herbalist, but I know that this will numb your mouth. It does cause numbness. So I already have some of this, but I'm going to harvest. I already harvested my flowers. I'm just going to harvest the leaves also. And then I can tell that I'm not going to be able to get this out of off this plant. I'm not going to be able to get this the sponge is not coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove those extra roots. And I think that this one will be able to go into this pot. They are, I think, 3 1/4 inch pots, I think. So this is what this one is looking like now that I have it up potted. And like I said, I could have put these back into this my hydroponic system, but as I said, I really want to start putting some more plants into the hydroponic system. Now I have my 2 echinaceas and I have my toothache plant, and I am going to put this I'm gonna put the medicine that I harvested, the toothache plant leaves and the toothache plant flowers, and I'm going to let them dry in front of the fan, and then I'm going to put them into my bag. That is what the plant and the flowers are looking like. And I'm still numb on the left side, but it's not bad. It's not, you know, if I had a toothache, then I would be very, happy about this right now, about this numbness. But, okay, my next plant is Feverfew. And so it don't look like I'm going to be able to get this one off of this Feverfew because you can see that it is on there. Wait. Okay, let me cut some of these roots because it kind of slid down like it's thinking about coming off. So I'm going to take some of the roots off the bottom. And this is the Feverfew. Y'all, I think I'm going to be able to get this one off. It came off. Came off without hurting the plant. And so now, I'm going to need another pot. We got a pot right here. I'm going to get some soil. And I'm going to stick my Feverfew down into this pot. And put some soil at the top. I have my Feverfew potted. And I actually think that this could possibly be more than one plant. I think that this is more than one plant. So I'll leave it in here until I get ready to take it and plant it outside in the spring after our last frost date. Y'all, these are the leeks. So this one I shouldn't have any problem getting this out. These are the leeks. I'm not going to try to remove these leeks from this sponge because I can tell already that it's going to be really close and I would tear these roots off. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill my pot with some soil. And I'm just going to take this and stick it. Let's see if I can get it down in there further. I'm not going to need this to go all the way just about to the bottom and get my roots in here. And as I said, these will be temporary homes for these plants until they can get a chance to go out into the garden in the spring. The hydroponic system is a great way to grow. And yeah, as I said, I plan to get more. I plan to put more things inside the house growing hydroponically, if just to start my seeds, because those hydroponic will grow, we'll get those seeds to germinate. That water system just works. And so I am going to try more hydroponic growing. So next is I have a tiny Tim tomato plant. And y'all, this tiny Tim tomato has gotten kind of huge. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to try to take anything out of it. But y'all, look at this plant. And it already has, can you see those little tiny tomatoes on there? It is already growing little tiny tomatoes. So I am excited about this plant. I don't think that it's going to give up this little basket though. I'm going to try. See if I can take this basket off. Uh-oh. It slipped. Once I feel it slipping, then I get excited and I get confident that I may be able to get it off. So now the thing is to try to get those roots to just slide down the side of this container. If I can get all the roots to slide down the side, then I may be able to extract this. And look like most of the roots are almost, but not all, but most of the roots were like one side, going to one side. Look, they came off, y'all. I got another one of my baskets. So I'm excited that I have my baskets that I'm going to be able to repot some things in, y'all. And I have 2 of these tiny Tim tomatoes. This one got smothered. It was in the back, and it got smothered by all of these plants, and it did not get any air. And so this is how it was stunted. Although I may have went back and planted this after I took something else out. That could have been what happened. I don't remember. But these are the roots that are left on this tomato, this tiny Tim tomato. And I am going to cut some of these roots off. And now I need to find a bigger pot. So this, even though this is a small tomato plant, I'm excited about growing this one in the house, having these little tiny tomatoes come off, y'all, because I have a cluster of tomatoes right here. And yeah, I hope that y'all can see, because it seems like my camera is not focusing. And I hope that you all can see them though. Look like this one. This is 2 plants. This is 2 plants. Can y'all see that? That's 2 plants. Or either a sucker. Either way, I'm going to remove this one. I'm not going to tear it off though. I was going to tear it off. Just going to take my snips and snip it off. Okay, so that is what we got going right there. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead. Now, this is a sucker, but y'all remember, suckers, you can make another plant out of a sucker. So I can just take this one, and I think I will. I'm going to take this one, I'm going to stick it in a glass of water and let it make some roots, and then I have another tiny Tim tomato plant. So I'm excited about that. I'll go ahead and put this one in a pot also. And it's easy to come out. And it had a little sucker, some ways was connected to it. And let's see if I can, no, I cannot. It's not coming out, so it's not coming out of this one. So I'm just going to take this, look like a little sucker going right here that doesn't look that good. I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to get a pot. Make me a hole in here. And there's a little root. And now I got my little tiny Tim tomato planted. Tim tomato. We have our echinacea, Feverfew, and Valerian. And now it is time to, we're going to get this last one. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the basil back into the hydroponic system. And I think I might even put the Valerian back in there also. And let them, because I just don't want to take a chance on them. I just want to put them back into the hydroponic growing system. And I still have, I still have 7 pots that I can use. So I'm going to put these back into the hydroponic system. And I'm going to bring it out in just a minute as soon as I up pot this tomato. So this is the only thing I still need to up pot. And so I am going to go ahead and up pot the tomato. And I went ahead and I put my tomatoes in some water for right now. And I'll add some more water to this so that my tomatoes can go ahead and start making some roots so that I can have another tiny Tim tomato. So let's go ahead and get this one potted. Okay, so I found a pot to put my tiny Tim tomato in and remove those stems at the bottom so that we can have some roots growing up to here. I'm going to pot this plant up to about right here. Okay, so I'm going to make a well down in this pot. Okay, so now I got my tomato plant down inside the pot. I think I need to find something to stake this plant. Okay, so I did find something to stake my tomato plant to. And it's just one of these landscape staples. And it's just to hold it up. Okay, so that is holding my plant up. And I could prune this tomato some, but I'm not going to right now. I like the way it looks. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get this LetPot hydroponic system set up. Okay, so I have my LetPot up here. I have my EC meter plugged into it, and that is just what lets you know if you have the right temperature and the right amount of fertilizer in here. And so it does come with its own plant food. And this is what I put in. I put a cap full of each and then fill the LetPot to the fill line. I'm going to go ahead and replace my 2 plants that I decided I'm going to be leaving in the LetPot, which are my basil and my Valerian. If I can squeeze those roots back in here, squeeze the roots back inside of the LetPot. So the basil is in. I'm going to put the Valerian on the opposite end. And then I'm going to put my other containers back in. And just clip these that are hanging off the sides like this so that my plant will be nice and neat. And then I'm going to put my other cones back in with the new sponges in them and let them sit and absorb this water while we get our seeds that we are going to be putting into this LetPot. That we're going to be starting new seeds. Okay, so I have decided what I am going to put into my LetPot because y'all know I am really intrigued with the LetPot. I think the LetPot is awesome. It has done amazingly on germinating those seeds. And so now I am going to put LetPot to the ultimate test. Okay, when I plug it in, it's going to light up. And as I said, I have decided which seeds I am going to be putting in here. I want to go ahead and start putting in some stuff that probably going to be a little more complex for it. So as I told you about those orange seeds that I have, that's what's going in the very first one, the orange seed. And you see, I'm putting it in with the pointed side down in here. And okay, so that's what I'm putting in the first one, the orange. The second one, because I have some more fruit seeds, you all. This is my tangerine seeds. And so I'm going to put one of these tangerine seeds into the second compartment. I'm just going to put one seed in. I'm going to go out here and find my biggest seed in the pack, and I'm going to put it in. And I'm only putting one seed in. I'm not going to worry about if this seed is viable or not and try to put an extra seed in it, because there's just not room in here for that. So that's the second seed is a tangerine. The third seed is a lemon seed. And these are from some lemons that I saved. The seeds that I save. When I find seeds, if you get a lemon and it has some seeds in it, save those seeds. Same way with oranges. And apples always have seeds in them, but I really can't believe that. One time I did order some apple seeds on the lemon. See, I just ate those words. I just said I was only going to put one seed in. Now I am putting another seed in. So I'm going to go ahead. Because I want all these plants to grow. And I am confident that this LetPot is going to do it. So I'm going to keep you all updated on what is going on with this LetPot. And number 4 is blackberry. So I have some blackberry seeds here that I'm also going to try. I'm going to put all this little lemon debris back in here. And maybe there's something to it. I'll look over it later. That's a piece of it. I know that's nothing but a hull. But these are my blackberry seeds. So I'm going to place a few blackberry seeds in there. They're tiny, so I don't think they'll give me, a lot of trouble as a tree would. These are just vines. So I'm gonna put about 3 of these blackberry seeds into number 4. And make sure that I drop them inside the hole. Because if you don't drop them inside the hole, you might not get anything, because they won't be able to get the adequate water that they need. I am intrigued by this, and I want to play around with it because of the fact that it does germinate your seeds quickly. So if you're looking for something to help germinate your seeds, then I think that a hydroponic system is the way to go, because it does germinate really fast. So the next thing, okay, we got right here, we already got the basil in here. So the next one will be number 6. And y'all, I am trying this stevia again. This stevia has given me so much trouble. I do not have any stevia, have never been able to get any stevia here. So I'm going to try again with this stevia. It's going to be planted right here beside the basil. And I'm just going to drop some in here and let some fall inside this hole, because this stevia is hard to seed, because stevia seeds just look like trash. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks just like trash. And it's a lot of seeds that just look like that. You really can't tell what's the seed and what's the chaff. And chaff is just that debris that's kind of in there with your seed. So I don't know if that's the chaff or if it's seed. So I just put a lot of, all of it in there. And so now that is where my stevia is planted. So I just dropped a lot of all of it. Okay, so the next one is the mimosa. And these seeds were sent to me by Diva Jones. And y'all, I really do want these mimosa trees. And so I am going to drop, I'm only going to drop one, because I'm confident that these are going to grow for me at one point. And I'm going to get this mimosa to grow. And the last one is a dwarf cherry tree. I have one cherry tree out in the garden now, but I would like to have another one. The one that I have is self-pollinating, but so I only have one cherry tree seed, so this one's going to have to work. And I'm just going to drop this little seed in. And so now our LetPot is planted. So we're going to put this LetPot back on the grow station. I did check on herbs that I harvested, and the herbs have gotten dry. And so I can go ahead now and place these herbs into my paper bag. And so for anyone who has not saw me do this, I just wanted to show you how I do it. And this was my Feverfew. I just place it into my bag and I write what it is on the sack. This is my Feverfew. And so now it is ready to get dry. I do sometimes put it in a dehydrator, but this is one of my favorite ways to dry it. And y'all, this is smelling so good. I just want to take it back out and smell it. Yeah, Feverfew smells good. Okay, so I hope that y'all have enjoyed the video today, that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And go ahead and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.